Good evening, friends. I'm Ravindra Srinivasa from SRAA Media, Bangalore. I have with me Dr. Sreevani Karnav from Hyderabad. She is a gynecologist and an expert in solving and giving solution to PCOS problems. Come, let us welcome Dr. Sreevani to our knowledge sharing program. Good evening, doctor. Welcome to the program.
Good evening. Thank you so much.
After seeing our two sessions with respect to PCOS, few of our audience have sent me few questions. I would like to ask those questions with you, doctor. I have noted down actually. Shall I read it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. First thing is we were talking about insulin resistance.
Yeah.
So our first question is, what is insulin resistance?
Okay.
Then signs and symptoms of insulin resistance.
Okay, first I will explain about insulin resistance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you can ask another question. No.
Okay. Okay, doctor.
Before understanding insulin resistance, first let us understand what is insulin sensitivity.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is the ability of our body to respond to the insulin hormone. Okay. So insulin, basically, some of you might not be knowing insulin. What is insulin also? So insulin is a hormone secreted by our pancreas.
Okay.
So actually it has various functions. Most important one is regularization of blood sugar levels. Okay. So like if you want to explain about if I want to explain about insulin resistance, I just wanted to share my screen. Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. So can you see my screen?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Yeah. So this is a structure of a cell.
Okay.
Our body is made up of many such cells. For example, you can think it as a muscle cell or a fat cell. Okay. And
this is a blood cell? No,
not a blood cell. You can think as a muscle cell.
Muscle cell, okay.
Muscle cell or fat cell also. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a receptor of insulin. These are the insulin receptors.
Okay.
And this is insulin hormone.
Okay.
So when this insulin hormone acts on this receptor, it undergoes some change and allows glucose to enter the cell. Okay. So this is a normal functioning of the hormone, so that glucose levels will be normal whenever we do a blood test.
Okay.
So in insulin resistance, these receptors don't function properly. It has various reasons. So these don't function properly, and it cannot allow glucose to enter the cell in a normal way. So glucose levels increase in the blood. When glucose levels increase in the blood, that signals our pancreas to secrete more and more amount of insulin to push glucose into the cell. So that high levels of insulin associated with the improper functioning of these insulin receptors is called insulin resistance. Okay, so that is the about insulin resistance. So what is problem with insulin resistance? What happens if insulin resistance is there? So it is
before that you have mentioned insulin sensitivity.
Yeah.
Please elaborate it. What is that?
Yeah, it is the response of the receptors is good. When the response of the receptors to the insulin hormone is good, that is called insulin sensitivity. We are sensitive. Basically, we will be sensitive to insulin.
Okay.
When these receptors don't function properly, when the fat accumulates in the cell, these receptors don't function properly. Just like when we place a chewing gum in a lock, the key cannot function properly and cannot open the lock properly. Similarly, when fat accumulates in the cell, these insulin hormone which acts as a key and receptor acts as a lock, and this cannot open the lock properly. So that is called insulin resistance.
Okay.
It functions properly, we are sensitive, we are good, we are normal. So when fat accumulates, and many other reasons are also there, like when we are stressed, stress levels are more, the stress hormones also come and block here, and also impairs the functioning of the insulin hormone. Milk products also act in the same way. Milk and milk products, they increase the IGF like molecules, and they act on these receptors and impairs the functioning of the receptor. Okay, so there are various reasons. And I wanted to tell you one more thing here. This is a mitochondria. That means powerhouse of the cell. We feel energetic because of these mitochondria. So when the cell is accumulated with the fat, the place for mitochondria reduces. So we will be feeling more weak and tired actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because what's wrong with this insulin resistance is if it is there for a long period of time, we land up in diabetes. Initially, it is good, it is controlling sugars, but later it may not control the sugars, and we land up in diabetes.
Okay.
And there are other complications also, like high levels of insulin in the body may cause inflammation in the body. So long-term inflammation leads to heart diseases like heart blocks, and sudden heart attacks also then may face. Then
is also result in rheumatoid arthritis?
Yeah, means inflammation basically sometimes. So some people are susceptible to some kind of diseases. So for those who are susceptible to this rheumatoid arthritis kind of thing, maybe they will end up in that.
Okay. Okay, doctor.
And obesity, long-term insulin resistance, there will be nowadays obesity has become so common, right? So first they become obese, then they become diabetic. In females, if we see, insulin resistance causes high testosterone levels. That causes symptoms of PCOS like acne, hair fall, hirsutism, like excess unwanted hair on the face and body, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let us understand what are the signs and symptoms of insulin resistance. Okay. As you said, you are mentioning about the symptoms in women like acne. Thing like. What about the men? Yes. They too got insulin resistance. What are the signs and symptoms which will appear in men?
Yes. So basically, insulin resistance may be asymptomatic. They may not have any symptoms also. Surprisingly, like, even diabetes, they don't have any symptoms until they find randomly they will be doing blood test. Suddenly they will see they are having diabetes. So sometimes, in some cases, they may not be having any symptoms also. But if we see for signs, they'll be gaining weight gradually. Suddenly they'll start gaining weight. Abdominal fat increases. Neck becomes black.
Okay.
Yeah, and they will feel low energy levels also. Tired, energy. After eating, they feel like sleeping. They don't have energy levels. And when they check blood pressure, BP also increases. It will be more than 130/80 initially.
Okay.
And triglycerides will be high. So even before they are landing up in diabetes, all these signs it can be seen.
Okay.
Yeah. And in females, these, as I said, these signs will be there: acne, exacerbation of acne, hair, unwanted hair.
And during our conversation, I understood that this insulin resistance is also contributing problems of PCOS. It triggers the PCOS problem in women.
Yes.
If insulin resistance is there with men, so like PCOS in women, what problem would be arise in men?
Diabetes, hypertension.
Okay, diabetes and
Commonly,
hypertension.
diabetes, hypertension.
Okay, so these are all the two major threat
Yes.
which will be triggered because of the insulin resistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can take obesity also in this list.
Obesity. Okay.
Yeah, it is also considered as a disease. Yes.
All are, I think, cousins.
Yeah.
One other will catch up. And then we would like to know what are the causes of insulin resistance? Why it causes?
Okay.
Why it becomes either in women and men? Is it common factor contributing for insulin resistance, or it differs from men to woman?
Most of the times it is common only.
Okay. Okay.
So I can classify into 5 reasons to
Okay.
be easily understood. One is food, like changes in wrong eating habits and wrong eating timings. Not only eating habits, but eating timings is also important.
Okay.
Late night eating causes inflammation increases and insulin resistance increases.
Okay.
Okay, first one. Second one, lack of physical activity, like sedentary lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Third one is sleep, improper sleep timings, quality of sleep. Okay.
Okay.
Fourth one is micronutrient deficiency. Like if we do a blood test, many nutrients are less, like vitamin D, B12, iron, these are less. So proper nutrients are important for proper functioning of those receptors, as well as functioning of all organs of our body, including pancreas, liver, and all organs.
So, how to increase this micronutrients in blood?
Yeah, we have to check them and take the supplements. And most of the time, it will be the function of our gut health, gut bacteria. So
Okay.
having good fiber in our diet, eating healthy can improve our gut bacteria, and the vitamins can be maintained after you are replenishing the stores.
Okay. So that means to say one has to maintain good food habit,
Yeah.
fiber food habit,
Yeah.
timely food habit,
Yes.
timely sleeping,
Yeah.
and proper physical exercise.
Yes.
One can do yoga or exercise or even any sports can contribute in getting good health. Okay, those are all 3 factors. And the
I
fourth.
told 4. Last one is stress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So even
stress also contributes in getting the insulin resistance. Okay. So generally, my question is, a lot of people used to ask how to maintain good gut health, because we need good
fiber-rich diet. Include at least 6 cups of plant-based foods. Morning.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 bowls of plant-based foods, raw vegetables or steamed vegetables, kind of. So in breakfast, lunch, and dinner, include 2 bowls of plant-based foods. Even include sprouts also. It is also very good in breakfast.
So 6 cups of fiber food in whole day.
Yes.
From morning to night, one has to consume plant-based fiber
foods
in their daily diet.
Yeah.
Okay. My next question would be how to reduce this insulin resistance.
Yeah. So
control, how to regulate, and how to become normal naturally without any medications.
Yeah. So actually, it is a very tough job because our environment is more powerful than our commitment. So even if we may think we need to eat healthy, we need to exercise every day, we will be thinking of that, but it may not be possible because of the situations around you. So you may, your family members may not be supporting that. You will have various parties and functions. So basically that is the trick, to add 6 cups of vegetables than to avoid the other foods. I'm not saying to avoid that, don't eat this, don't eat that. I'm saying to include these fiber-rich foods. It's so that
Inclusion of fiber-rich food is compulsory,
yeah,
and eating and drinking of other foods and beverages is only optional.
yeah. So if you do that, that will be more great. But
Okay.
once you include these, the quantity of consuming them will be less.
Reduced.
That can be a kind of trick.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That is coming to food. And timings also I told, no, you have to finish your dinner before 9 p.m.
Okay.
Maximum. If you finish it before 7 p.m., that is very good actually. You will improve like anything. Means you will lose weight, your abdominal fat reduces. It is very good. Insulin resistance reduces. But maximum before 9 p.m. at least you have to finish your dinner. So
Okay.
this is with food habits.
And in order to understand, generally we most of us understood that 8 hours sleep is required for an adult. Is it correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely, it is right. And coming to sleep, you have to go to sleep before 11 p.m. Again, this is maximum. So within
So mandatory time is one has to go to bed before 11.
before 11.
Get asleep. Get to sleep before 11.
Yeah, you should go to sleep by 11. You should go to bed by 10 or 10:30 and you should sleep by 11.
Okay.
If it is earlier, even better. If you go to bed by 9 or 9:30 and it is very good. But maximum I'm saying. So nowadays, Netflix has become so common, watching movies and social media that is spoiling the health actually.
Most of the people used to see all these social media apps, movies, television, late night movie show, late night serials, and all those stuff. So one has to take care of their health and quit these habits. So according to you, doctor, what is good habit of sleeping? For example, a person go to bed by 9:30. What kind of activity one has to do, like meditation, or what do you prefer?
Yes. So after dinner, actually from sunset only, we should be like calming down. Like our idea should be towards going to sleep only. We should not do vigorous activities and all. So dimming of lights, even our lights in the home, that can be replaced by orange lights. And
orange light is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue light can be replaced by orange lights.
Okay. Okay.
Then yeah, reading nice book, your hobbies, working on your hobbies rather than your job work and all the tensions. Your happily you can work on household works you can do, avoiding the blue light screens and all you can avoid and do some household works. That way, and your bedroom should be dark. Even a little bit of light also should not be there. It should be very good.
Any reading and books or writing habits, or listening to music, or doing some meditation, is it okay?
Yeah, 100%. Before going to bed, if you do for 10 minutes breathwork meditation, it will be very good. Otherwise, you can listen to any guided meditations also will be there. So for good sleep, that also you can listen. It's very good. Sometimes taking hot water bath, hot or warm water bath before bedtime, that is also very good.
So taking the hot water bath before going to bed is good?
Yeah, it is good.
And some people is having the habit of drinking milk or drinking coffee, tea. What is your suggestion?
Not coffee, tea, definitely. Not coffee and tea because caffeine disturbs sleep.
Okay.
Milk, better to choose vegan milks like almond milk or coconut milk or oat milk or soya milk. That way, it is good.
Rather than cow milk.
Yeah.
So that is okay while going to sleep.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Nice, doctor. Thank you very much. We had a nice interaction today. Last but not the least, what is your caution and suggestion to our audience with respect to the insulin resistance? So far, you have explained completely, I believe.
Yeah.
still if anything is left out.
Yeah, so to cure completely from insulin resistance and to prevent diabetes, you have to follow strictly for about 3 months all healthy foods, avoiding outside foods and all. It is always better to join any program like lifestyle modification programs. Many are there in the world, so you can nicely join the program. You will know so many things about food. That is one option.
You also give lifestyle modification program to your.
Yeah, I give for only PCOS women, not generally all others.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But PCOS woman, you give
Yes.
lifestyle modification.
Yeah,
food
yeah. I
modification,
will.
diet and all.
I have a program of 3 months.
Okay.
It is a PCOS reversal and fertility fast track program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
And regular physical activity. Every day you have to do some or the other exercises or yoga. Yoga is very good. It is not only physically but mentally also. It calms down. Your stress levels will reduce. So doing Surya Namaskaras and various yogasanas is very good. Every day, each and every day you have to do. Then meditation, we talked about meditation to reduce stress levels and sleep. Almost we covered all aspects. So if you follow this healthy lifestyle, it is very good. So 80-20% rule you can think. 80% of the time you should go healthy. 20% of the time that's okay.
Okay.
In
Okay.
individual
Okay.
situations. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You
Yeah.
should also enjoy the life also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, doctor, for giving a nice presentation on insulin resistance, insulin sensitivity, how to control, how to manage, and how to reverse it also by way of modifying the lifestyle, food habits, and implementation of good habits.
Yes.
Like good food, timely sleep, and last but not the least, implementation of one physical activity without fail regularly.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.